place, and he made very good decisions along the way that helped create the returns that got massive amounts of people to keep pumping money into his fund, and he grew it into a fortune. Multiple fortunes. I think 10 trillion is a lot of fortunes, right? I think if you add up all the billionaires in the world, you're only at like, I don't know, about that amount, right? So if you took all the money, all the billionaires, all the thousands of billionaires now, I think there's 2,300 billionaires right now on the planet, something like that, some crazy number, right? So you're talking about somebody who is connected, who understands the markets, and he is basically betting, right, in a business format on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then you'll watch, it'll go into multiple other altcoins. He understands that this technology, and we're going to talk about today, DFY, airdrops, you being able to, for a small sum, to position yourself to benefit from this trend that we're talking about, which is blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies, Web3, all of those things. So you're going to be able to position yourself in something that Larry Fink believes is the future of this, of our thing. Are we on YouTube yet, buddy?
We are live.
All right, excellent. All right, well, my name is Peter Gantner. I am a lifetime entrepreneur. I love being able to look down the road and see where trends are going to and what's happening and what's going on. About now 8 years ago, I was introduced to this thing called Bitcoin. I said, what is this? The digital currency. Didn't know much about it. Jumped in and ended up with things not going as well as I had liked to them. However, it introduced me to the space. About a year and a half later, there was the Bitcoin boom, the bull market that just absolutely went crazy. I jumped into that and watched my wealth grow dramatically. It was amazing every single day, more and more and more and more. And then, of course, the bear market came. And then the next couple of years later, we started building some technology software around this. I began to dive in extremely deep into what blockchain was, what were the benefits of it, what was this thing called NFTs, what was this thing. And right now, guys, don't let me scare you off. You don't need to know any of this stuff, because so what we've done is we've become the experts in the space, so you don't have to. So along those lines, we began to watch the industry and look at what were called airdrops. And we're going to talk about airdrops here today. What are airdrops? Airdrops are simply a loyalty program. Look, they've realized in Web3, in these projects, that if you give people essentially a stake in the company, something that represents the value of the company. So in a traditional business sense, it would be like Amazon saying, hey, if you have 20 packages delivered to your house in a month, we'll give you 1 share of stock. If you have 100 packages, we'll give you 2, right? And if you do it for 12 months in a row, we'll give you an extra 50 shares, right? Essentially, that is what these projects are doing, but they're doing it with digital assets. Cryptocurrencies, tokenization that represents the value that the company produces. And because of the network effect, the people that hold this, a tremendous amount of value is created. So they're simply loyalty programs. So what we're going to do is we're going to qualify you for loyalty programs in these Web3 projects. So you don't really need to know much about Web3. What is the benefit? So if we would have had this service going when Aptos did their airdrop last year, we would have got in the airdrop, you would today have over $1,755 in a digital asset that through a third party you could turn into fiat within minutes and then use it to spend, buy, do whatever it is. Blur, $2,153. Uniswap, $7,215. Arbitrum, $5,485. Imagine a service like this. You gave your 40, 60, 80 bucks, whatever, depending on which package you bought, and you got a $5,000 airdrop. And by the way, those are not the biggest airdrops in the amount. We have a friend of ours got a $27,000 airdrop. These are real situations that have happened. This is the modern day gold rush. Back in the day, right? You had to get a wagon, you had to go out to Alaska or someplace where there was gold, and you had to risk your life for it. Simply here, this is the modern day digital gold rush. Now, what has been created so far? By the way, what is here is nothing compared to what's coming. I was just looking at a report. 5 airdrops will happen this month. All of them, they're suggesting, will be from $50 million up to $1 billion. In this month alone, there could be multiple billions of dollars in airdrops handed out to people that participated. So the reward for being part of that project. The top 10 biggest airdrops from 2020 to 2023, so 4 years, equaled over $21.7 billion in free money for people to do that, right? For people that sat there and did the transactions, did what was necessary in order to qualify for these airdrops. It's incredible, guys, to think that $21 billion was given away by these 10 projects. And of course, hundreds of airdrops happened over this period of time. So if you total it up, it's probably 50, 60 billion dollars, 80, 90 billion dollars over these 4 years. But I believe that over the next 18 to 24 months, there could be several $100 billion given away, if not maybe even as much as $1 trillion given away in airdrops. And so one of the great things about it is anybody can do an airdrop. If you have access to the internet, you understand how to get a digital wallet, anybody can do an airdrop and qualify for them. And some of them are what are called testnet airdrops. They don't even cost you a single penny, right? You can get everything for free. The problem is in order to get these airdrops, the one that we're doing right now for everybody, this is the 7-page document of all the steps that you need to go through. And you have to connect to 5 or 6 different sites. Every time you connect to a site, you run a risk of maybe something going wrong. Anytime you send crypto, might be a little bit of fear there on what you're doing. So there are stresses that are available here. And a matter of fact, I'm going to play a recording from Nadia, one of our members who is a DFY customer. And I'm going to tell you the story real quick of how she ended up being one of the few that actually went through the airdrop. And this is what she's talking about here, the stress and the difficulty to get through these.
It was really challenging, and I have to say I had to do it in small chunks because it was mentally sort of exhausting for me. So I probably took a whole week to do 3 airdrops. Yeah, I worked on it for, I'm sure it was at least a whole week, and I would just have to study, and it was nerve-wracking because signing into a site with my wallet, kind of scary. So I'm super pleased with having someone do it for me. And I may try to tackle some myself, with another wallet. The more you do, the better you get at it. But it was definitely something I several times thought, I can't do this. But I persevered.
So guys, we have a plan here. You can either quit your job and go full-time into airdrops and do them yourself, right? Go through all the hassles, find the airdrops, right? So first of all, you have to find the airdrops. And then you have to do the airdrops. And then you have to do the follow-up on these airdrops to make sure. A matter of fact, over 30% of people that qualify for airdrops never claim them. It's crazy. Billions of dollars that were out there to be claimed that people just either forgot, didn't realize they were qualified. This is the reason for hiring a professional to do it for you. So we've created a new category, right? So SaaS, software as a service. This is basically when somebody builds a piece of software that other people can use to do whatever task it is. ADIS is DFY airdrops. It's basically airdrops as a service. We help get you set up. You hire us. We do all the activities. And the cool part is 100% of all the digital assets earned go directly to you. You control those. You make the decisions. We don't take any part of that airdrop for doing it. You're essentially hiring us to do that service for you. So Next Web3 has a team of airdrop pros who are fully vetted, experienced in crypto, and highly trained. We're doing the research. We're finding the right airdrops. So one of the problems is, like I said, when we said the top 10, airdrops over those 4 years created over $21 billion, right? but there were literally hundreds, if not 1,000 airdrops that took place. Some of them were goose eggs, right? Some of them got you $20, $30, $40, $50, a few $100s. But the major ones, those are the ones that we want to be involved with. Those are the ones that you want to be involved with. Those are the ones you want this service done for. And we'll do that research. And our goal is to try to find airdrops that we believe can bring in at least $300 to $400 per airdrop, and that the project has long-term potential, that $300 to $400 in digital assets could possibly go to $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 or $10,000. So we do all the work, we do all the details, everything that needs to be done. Then we watch the project, and then when it is time, we actually go claim that airdrop for you, and then that gets deposited in your wallet that you control. We have 3 promises that we make. One is that if you don't get an airdrop within 6 months, we're going to do another one in its place, and now you're eligible to get both of those airdrops for the cost of one. If an airdrop does not equal at least $150 USDT on the day we do it, let's say we do an airdrop and you get the airdrop and it's only $134, we're going to do another airdrop in its place for you to make sure that you get over that 150 USDT for every single airdrop. So you buy a package of 90 airdrops, you're going to get 90 airdrops of 150 USDT or higher, with our goal being $300 to $400 per airdrop. And hopefully we get some that are in the thousands or close to $1,000 airdrop. The minimum criteria, which I just talked about, which is we're going to do the research to find the best companies, not just companies doing airdrops, but the best companies doing airdrops. Okay. And I got to tell you, companies are already beginning to come to us. We just had our 3rd company come to us and say, hey, can you guys do an airdrop for us? And with that, we'll be able to negotiate great terms for our members, for the people that we're doing airdrops. I believe eventually they'll be lined up, 50 companies deep saying, please do my airdrop, because you guys know what you're doing and you're bringing a phenomenal community with you that is going to help support the project. All right. So we have 4 packages that are available with where you need to provide digital assets for us to actually do the airdrops. So you have the cost of the package and then the digital assets to do that. 175 is 3 airdrops, and it goes all the way down to 3,800 or up to 3,800 for 90 airdrops. Okay, so that's like $40-something per airdrop that you're paying. So think about 150 or $300 or $400 per airdrop, the value that we're creating out there. Now, we've created one more package that's available for people that say, you know what, I don't want to go through the hassle or the work to get digital assets right now, but I do want to try this. We will do what's called testnet airdrops. We actually have 3 of them right now that we're going to be working on. Okay, Bearer Chain, come on, Scroll, and then there's one other one, right? That's available. Okay, so we're going to be doing those 3 airdrops for people. The only difference in the promise is that if you don't receive that airdrop in 18 months, then we'll do another airdrop. And the reason why is these are testnet. Sometimes they go through testnet and then get to mainnet and then finally do the airdrop. So there's a little bit longer period of time for some of these to happen, but that's 175 for 3 airdrops. We only have 1 package for that, but that is probably the easiest way. We have a team of people that will help you set up your digital wallet, and then you're off and running on this package right here. You don't even have to get any crypto right now. We'll help you with that down the road when you get your first airdrop and get you help you and get you set up. All right. So right now we're running a special. Pay for your package by EOD tonight. So it's, you'd have to take some action. If you can't get it paid, that's okay. At least make the commitment and we'll honor the airdrops. $3,800 package, you're going to get 15 extra airdrops. And on the the $500 package, you're going to get 2 free airdrops. So think about that from the perspective of a guaranteed or a promise of 150. You're going to be looking at an additional couple $1,000 minimum on the $3,800 pack, and you're looking at about an extra $300 minimum on the $500 pack. All right, so that's pretty good. Now we also have another program that's attached to this, which is, so some people just say, you know what, I just want airdrops. I want to buy a 90 pack and get $30,000, $40,000 in airdrops over the next year and a half, 2 years. Other people are like, you know what? I've heard about this Web3. And a matter of fact, I heard that it's the biggest transfer of wealth in human history. Okay. And everybody can be involved with it. Everybody can benefit from it. So we've put together what we call our digital memberships. They're represented by an Abigami, which is digital artwork that is on a blockchain, and they have value to them. Our goal is community is commerce. We're bringing together a community of people that work in concert with each other. And I guess the easiest way to say it is a rising tide raises all ships. And so together as a community with professionals, experts like myself and others, we will lead towards helping projects become extremely successful, launching projects ourselves through our DAO, and then moving those forward. We also have Web3 education, training software, early access to the Chase token project reviews, which we're going to crank back up here, start doing some videos on that, discounts on swag. And then the most important though here, and the whole entire value is worth it, is the membership in a DAO. A DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. It means that the holders of the Abigamis, so let's say you get involved and you buy a digital membership and you have an Abigami. That means you are an owner. You have an equity piece of that DAO. Anything that's done in it, you benefit from. Okay. So we're going to have virtual metaverse crypto events. Look, alpha, being around the right people, hearing the right information, getting maybe hearing somebody say, hey, what about this? Oh, that sounds pretty good. Let me get involved with it. Matter of fact, in Think and Grow Rich, one of the wealthy people said that if he lost all of his money, he would go get a job as a busboy at the fanciest restaurant in town. And the reason why he would do that is so he could hear the information, the wealthy people talking about it. That's what we call alpha today. And that is what you want to hear. And that's what you want to know if you're going to be in the Web3 space. And that's what you're going to hear in these virtual crypto events in the metaverse. And then, of course, there's the DAO rewards. This is a reward-based program, meaning you'll get things like maybe a gas card, tickets to a movie, whatever it is. As the DAO begins to distribute some of the assets out to the community, it will be done through rewards, and those can be significant, right, as we build and put stuff together. So, Insights Crypto Trading, look, this bot is dynamite. I just heard an account 400%. 400% in the last 12 months. $1,000 in turns into $4,000. The bot doing the work, the trading, right? You just set it up and you let it go. But what we've done is taken it one step further. We're going to help get you airdrops. You're going to receive those airdrops. You're going to be like, what do I do with it? Do I sell it? Do I keep it? Do I trade it? Wow, man, this looks like an exciting project. Layer 0 is going to be incredible. It could be the whole backbone of the entire blockchain, and I've got these tokens. I'd like to hold on to them, but instead of just getting the 800 or 900,000 I've got, I'd like to grow that. This is where NSI comes in. It will trade, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, and it can help you continue to accumulate more layer zeros. So then 5-10 years from now, when it's the biggest backbone of the thing, and it's a multi-hundred billion or trillion-dollar company, your tokens are worth a lot more. Okay, they've gone up in value. All right, so that is a tool that we developed that comes with the Abigami. Every Abigami has usage of the NSI for a time period. All right, Citibank has been talking about, well, you guys know, a few years ago, Facebook thought so much of the metaverse that it changed its name from Facebook to Meta. That is a big decision to make. And Zuckerberg was right. The metaverse is going to be a future at some point, sometime here very soon. A matter of fact, I just watched a video with Raoul Paul and Tom Biles. He helped find Quest Nutrition, worth hundreds of millions of dollars, talking about if you look at the trajectory, we are moving every single month more and more towards a digital society. And there'll be a balance between real world and digital. And that's where the metaverse comes in. The metaverse is that meshing of real world and that. There are literally 20 plus million kids a day playing on Roadblocks. That is essentially a metaverse that's game-like. Otherverse, our partner that we picked, we said, you know what, we need to find the metaverse is going to be gigantic. Citibank, they predicted through their third-party company that they own, $8 trillion to $13 trillion. Now I hear trillion and I'm like, I gotta be there, right? I need to be involved in this. And so we went out and sought out the company that we believe, the project, the metaverse, that will be the #1 metaverse in the whole world. And we believe we have found that with Otherverse because of their experience, the technology they've built, the patents they hold. And of course, I've looked at almost just about every metaverse out there. They are light years ahead of everyone else where they're at right now in their closed beta. It's going to be opening up very soon. So this is a partner that we've picked. And by getting your Avagami, you're connected in here. This is where we'll have our meetings. This is the information that we'll get. We'll be building, the DAO will be building businesses within Otherverse that will become profitable entities that will generate what? The rewards for the people that are part of that. Also opening the door for us to get involved in opportunities where we can grow our digital assets. We also have the Web3 Digital Asset Club. This will be launching in the middle of 2024, so 3-4 months from now. This is being formed in order to allow you to get in as early as possible in Web3 projects and acquiring digital assets at the absolute best possible, lowest price available to anybody. And then, of course, having it go up from there as the project launches and begins to create success. So that is included in every single Avagami. We have a whole host of partners. This is growing all the time. We're going to be adding a few more on here. We're going to be adding some, well, I'm not going to get into that right now, but it's pretty fantastic. All right. So we got Otherverse. We've got Muon, which is working on cross-chain, trustless, decentralized mechanisms to connect blockchains together. One of our biggest partners here, of course, we have the Web DAO, which is going to develop projects, which the Avagamis are the owner of, right? The entire 100% ownership of that. TokenSoft, it's one of our partners. It's a launch pad. They have projects lined up. As soon as we launch the digital asset clubs, then we'll start lining up projects that they'll bring us that we'll be able to get involved with at the earliest possible time, being at the front of the line, not getting it after it already boomed and went up, 300%, 500%, 700%, but getting it in first, being the first in line, privileged. All right, so if you want to get the airdrop packages and you say, you know what, I like this Avagami thing, I want to get more involved in with a digital membership. The first one we have, the Avagami, is $50. However, if you buy it with the Web3 package, the 3 airdrop package, sorry, you're going to get it for $25. That's it, $200. So instead of $175, $200. The $500 one goes to $600. It's a $200 Avagami. The biggest package, which is the 90, goes from $3,800 to $4,500, but the Avagami itself is worth over $1,400. Matter of fact, we did an analysis on the value of it. We believe the value of that Avagami is in the $8,000 to $10,000 range, and we have a document for that that we can get you if you need to see that. All right, and then of course you're going to provide some digital assets, anywhere from $125 to $350 in digital assets. In some of the packages, you'll get a portion of that back, and others you will not. But think about 90 airdrops. Let's say we are able to hit that minimum of $300 to $400 per airdrop. Let's average it at $350. I believe you're looking at about $33,000 in digital assets that have come into your wallet that you can, of course, do pretty amazing things with over the next 18 to 24 months. We have some comparisons here on the next slide, so you can see what's in just the airdrop package and then what is in the one with the Avagami, the digital membership. We also have some additional airdrops. So if you buy it with the Avagami, instead of 2 on the $500 package, on the $600, you're going to get 3 free airdrops. All the way up to the $4,500 pack is 25 free airdrops. But again, you need to make your commitment today. If you're just on here, don't want to rush anybody, but the cutoff is tonight for that. We may run another promotion. I don't know what it looks like yet after this is over with. but it will not be this generous, okay, on that side of it. But think about 25 extra airdrops, even at just the 150, that's 3750. That's most of the $4,500 back. And of course, if they're $300 to $400 a piece, you can do the math, right? I think that's 7,500 to 10 grand. All right, so in digital assets. So ready to jump in? Get back with the person who shared it here. We have an affiliate program. I'm actually going to go through the affiliate presentation here after we take a break and we answer some questions. So the person who invited you here, they get compensated when you buy your package. And guess what? You'll be able to invite people as well, and you can get compensated if you want to do that. You can also visit nextweb3.io and click on buy now. And when you register, select your referrer's name. So if Corey invited you here, you go find Corey on the list and you select him, and boom, he's going to get credited with that. Then select the package you want, DFY airdrop packages with the Abagamis. And we have two ways for you to pay: through cryptocurrency, which if you need help with that, we have a team of people that will help you with that. Or you can pay through ACH, and then they'll help you set up your digital wallet and help you get your digital assets. We literally get on Zooms face-to-face with people and walk them through this process. I know no other project or company out there that has the level of customer service that we have to help get people into Web3. Web3 is not just about making digital assets. It's about moving things in the right direction. A decentralized world, predominantly decentralized world is better than a predominantly centralized world. For a lot of people, it has not worked that well, right? This predominantly centralized. We want to move it in this direction where Web3 opens the door to opportunities to so many people, hundreds of millions of people. It will open up the door of opportunity to. And it's, I believe, the best balancer of wealth creation that's out there. So we have a 2-level affiliate comp plan, but we're going to come back and talk about that in a minute. I do see we have at least one question in here, which we'll answer. Is there a video that goes over what the tabs in the back office mean? Breakdown of them. Jacqueline, I do not know. We've been so busy putting this together and getting the software built and getting this launched. But if we do not have one, we will have one very soon, right? We'll get that put together, a walkthrough of the back office. We had already discussed doing it. I just don't know if they've gotten it done or not yet. But Corey will, or Rhonda will check on that and see where we're at. If not, we will get one created, even if it's just a quick, fast one that'll walk you through the back office for that. So thank you for that question. All right, well, guys, we got another 2 of our 2% bonus pools are going to be going out either tonight or tomorrow. So that's exciting. Well over $3,000 going out to people that have helped us grow the community. We're super excited about that. The total commissions paid out this month were well over $30,000 to people that are helping us grow this network and move this forward. We believe that here very shortly, once the first airdrop comes in and people can see it, that this is going to explode and absolutely go just ballistic. So I just got off the phone with one of our partners. We're working on something that could be pretty spectacular. We won't get into the details until we get them all and everything's put together. But I think it could speed up the process of what we're doing. I am already a member. I wanted to know, is there anything I need to do? Has the DFY airdrop started? So yes, Demetrius, the airdrops have already started. You can log into your dashboard and you can see what's been done for you already. So the process is we do all the steps and then we wait for the project to actually do that airdrop. Now, the great thing is the bull market is coming. The Bitcoin halving is, I believe they're saying right now about 420. That's the day it's going to happen on, somewhere in that neighborhood. So it's like 18, 19 days away. From that point forward, there's going to be a good 18 to 24 months of just absolute pandemonium. And at that point, airdrops will speed up. We spent the last little while building the software. We've made it through the first airdrop, all except for 2 steps. It'll show 3 on your form because 2 of them are in the Pontum wallet. But that is being connected it was either done today or tomorrow morning, and that will be fully functioning. So the layer 0, which I'm going to be doing a video on layer 0. Guys, when you learn what layer 0 is, you're like, wow, I'm qualified for an airdrop, right, in layer 0. So, and then also we've begun to load up our next airdrop, which is ZK Sync, another amazing project that has the potential to be in the billions, tens of billions of dollars on that one. And then, of course, we've got about a dozen airdrops. So we had talked about initially about 3 airdrops a month. We're actually going to try to speed that up and do about 6 to 8 airdrops a month. That's what me and Doug had a meeting on today. So instead of taking the time to do the 90 airdrops, we were going to double up on that. So that was 6. So that would have taken a little while, about 15 months. We're going to work towards 6 to 8 airdrops a month, and then that will speed that up. Now that may change the dynamics of the digital assets yet. I do not know, because it was over time. They were returned back, staking and stuff like that. But we'll deal with that when it comes. I'm sure nobody's going to get upset if in 1 month you got 9 airdrops, for $5,000. You had to cash in $100 of that and to provide a little bit more digital assets to make that happen. So anyway, we're working on that right now and speeding the process up. And our goal is to get as many great airdrops as possible for you guys to be able to benefit from. All right. Do we know when the layer 0 snapshot is supposed to happen? So Herschel, that's the tough one, right? Is when is it going to happen? So we just watched a video that says in the next 4 to 8 weeks, it should happen, right? But this is speculation. We don't know exactly when it's going to happen. The ZK Sync one could happen in the next 60 days or so. There was just an announcement of 5 airdrops that are happening this month. We're looking at those and seeing, hey, are any of them still open, or are they all already done snapshots? And what does it take to qualify for them? And then we're also looking at next month, the airdrops that are going to be taking place. Our goal is to speed up the process. So if layer 0 happens next month, we're ready. If ZK Sync happens, we're ready. If Mobius happens, we're ready. If Nomad happens, we're ready. So all of these things we're going to work on speeding up. It did take a couple of weeks, guys, to go through the software, figure out what was working, what wasn't working, what was slowing down the AXAs. And now we've done that. And now we are ready to just put this thing in overdrive. And we're expanding enough to where we can do at least an airdrop every 2 days, which means 2 a week, which means 8 a month. And then the 1 day will be some catch up and doing some stuff like that. So very exciting. If we can get to 8 airdrops a month, wow, it'll be absolutely incredible for us to get all that stuff ramped up and get that stuff going. So all right. So what I'm going to do right now, we've answered the question. Yes, Marty, insane, right? That's what we strive for. Insanity, good insanity though, digital wealth insanity. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I am going to jump real quick into the affiliate program. So look, it's a super simple affiliate program. Anybody you recommend, they buy a package, you're going to get 18% of their total value that they spend. 100% value, no moving around the numbers and stuff. So you sell a $4,500 package, you're going to get 18% of that, which I believe is what, $820, I believe it is, or somewhere 810, somewhere in there. You do the $200 one. This one's easy. $36. Boom. No problem. Paid in a bonus. Second level is 10%. So you recommend somebody, they buy a package, you get that commission. And then whenever they directly sell a package to anybody, you're going to get a 10% commission on whatever they spend. So they buy a $4,500 pack, you're getting $450. A $15 pack, $150. Okay. So that accumulates up to you. And then we have 4 bonus pulls. But before we do that, let's listen to Herschel.
Safe and profitable are 2 words that you typically don't find in the same sentence when speaking in reference to the crypto space. Next Web3 has broken the mold with their new product offering called Done For You Airdrops. An entirely new category has been introduced into the blockchain world coined Airdrops as a Service. And more importantly, they are allowing individuals like me in you the ability to share their product and services with friends, family, and loved ones around the world. Not only myself, but many others are making hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a week, sharing the services that they provide in a safe environment. I encourage you to find out more.
So guys, if I knew nothing else, the quality of our members, the people that are part of this community, right? Community is commerce, rising tide, raises all ships, right? These are the type of people that are being attracted to this project. And these are the people that are going to help all together, right? Working together to help build digital wealth. So we have 4 bonuses that are available. We have a 4% that's paid out quarterly. This time we did not have anybody reach this threshold yet. So it's going to roll over to another quarter. So it's going to be a huge bonus by the time we get there. And this is total volume through your entire influence of the of growing the community. Okay, 250,000 in accumulated volume, you get 1 point in the this pool. If you hit 500K, which is not an additional 500K, but another 250, get to 500, it's 2 points. Another 500, you're going to go to 4 points. And if you get to 2 million, you're going to get to 10. The great part is this doesn't reset every month. You don't get to go to 0 and have to start over again. This is not monthly volume. This is lifetime volume that you build in the program and helping us grow this. So that is, and that can be a significant check in our example there. I'm not going to go over it. It's about $4,800 per point in that pool. The second one, which this will be going out tonight or tomorrow morning, is the 2% pool. So congratulations to the number 1 person. They got 15 shares in this pool, and they received several $100 bonus check for that. And so is the second person that qualified for this pool. Essentially, the top 25 people in sales volume. So one of the people on here that qualified sold 1 package for $4,500. Okay, that didn't qualify them for to be on the second list, which we're going to talk about, the second bonus pool, but it put them in this bonus pool by selling that package, and they received an additional bonus for doing that. So top 25 members, of course, the number 1 getting 15 shares, and the last 5 of it, so 21 through 25, got 1 share each in it. So the higher you up in here you are, the bigger the bonus is that you receive, just the way it should be. All right, so the next one is on the quantity sales pool, which means those same packages. So let's say you sold $1,000 worth of packages, 5 $200 packages. That may not qualify you for the dollar value pool. However, you're in the top 25 that sold 5 packages, so you're going to receive a bonus here. So it's the same packages, we just double count them. And the reason why we do that is community is commerce. So not only the dollar value matters, but also the number of people helping us grow that community and moving that forward. The final one is my favorite, and that's the team match pool. Because we didn't have anybody qualify for the 4%, we're going to carry this over as well till next quarter. So it's going to have double quarters of value in there, because we will definitely have some people qualify for the 4% pool. This is essentially, guys, you earn a point for every time anybody you bring in. So let's say you brought me in, you recommended me to the program, I bought an airdrop, I go out and I hit the $2 million bonus, 2 million in volume in 4 months. And I earn all those points, right? The 1 point, the 2, the 4, and the 10 points all the way through. You're going to get a matching point for every point that I earn in this pool, which is 2% of the total volume paid on a quarterly basis. So this is one that's a thank you for finding somebody, bringing them in, that is out helping grow the community. Because if you're in the pools, the 4 or the 2% pools, that means you're helping us grow this community, which means what? You are benefiting every single person that's a community member. And that's the thing I love about it. It's not, oh, hey, our team is winning. No, everybody in the community is winning when we're growing the community, because community is commerce. All right, so guys, that is our program. We have some promotions running. In about 13 days, we're going to give away $5,000 in crypto. We've got a way for you to extend your time in the digital memberships. I'm not going to go through all the details. And then we have gold, silver, and bronze Avigami that you can earn, which will pay lifetime income on that. or rewards and voting power, so lifetime rewards, and as well it becomes a separate asset that you could sell off at any time if you wanted to, and that person that bought it would get the rewards then and that. So it's got a lot of value to it. And of course we break it down. The cool thing is we're not just giving $5,000 to one person. We've got 10 fourth prizes, which are $100 each, 2 third prizes, 1 second, and then 1 first prize, which is $2,000, and 800 of that is in stablecoin, and the rest are in projects that are about to rocket ship. And the TGE event for Otherverse will be happening sometimes towards the middle of the year in July or August. Fantastic, guys. All right. So we hope you all join us on the easiest and most secure pathway to the third wave of the internet. I just got to say, look, they're giving away billions of dollars. So you really have 2 choices, not 3, because it's not like I don't want any of the billions, right? That's not a good choice. Okay. The choice is I'm going to learn how to do airdrops myself, because now I know that billions and billions of dollars and hundreds of billions, probably $1 trillion is going to be given away. So I'm going to go figure out how to do it myself, or hire Next Web3, DFY airdrops. We'll do them for you. You don't miss them. You can still go and do your job and family. And look, I know everybody's busy, and especially where things are right now, people are having to work extra hours, multiple jobs. You're like, I just don't have the time to do it. That's why we built this service. So I'm going to tell you a quick story here, and then we're going to call it a night. The reason why we got here was I had been talking about getting airdrops for all these years, and I have received some airdrops, but only from me owning a token and then me getting another airdrop for holding that token. That's one form of airdrops. But then there were the activity airdrops. I was always too busy to go get them. I knew they existed, but I was talking to one of our members, and they said, hey, I want to participate in more things. I just don't have the financial wherewithal, the digital assets to do it. So at that time, there was an airdrop. I belonged to a Patreon group, and it came out and said, congratulations for all of our members who got $1,300 in the TIA airdrop. Well, TIA continued to go up. It's 5x since then, so I believe it's over $6,000 in the TIA airdrop. But I thought about it. I said, what if we would have positioned our members to get that $1,300? They would be able to do the other projects that they wanted to do or cash it out, right? And pay bills or do whatever it is that they wanted to do with it. So myself, I sat down and made a video on the Layer 0 airdrop and another airdrop. Jan took that, one of my partners, and he sat down and he made that document that we showed you. And we shared it with our community. We were so excited. I went through the airdrop. I'm like, okay, yeah, people will be able to do this. This is going to be great. And Nadia, who we heard a recording from, she was one of the people that actually went through it, but it took her an entire week. It was stressful. It was just crazy. How many people can take a whole week to get through a few airdrops? Not very many, right? So then I thought, well, so we shared it with our community. We had about a dozen people that actually went through the airdrops. All the rest said, I'm too busy. I don't have time. Matter of fact, one of them was my sister. I'm like, Lois, why did you not do these airdrops? Oh, I've been busy. I've been wanting to do it. She'd look at the document, get a little intimidated. Oh, this is going to take a little while. I got to learn something. So she would put that off. Well, guys, this is the reason for us to come up with the service. We want there to be no excuses, none, at why, at you getting these airdrops. And so we've taken it away because we do it for you. We do all that hard work. And if you want to do them yourself, we'll provide you with the information so you can maybe try to qualify a wallet or two yourself and see what it's like. So I want to thank you for joining us tonight. And looking forward to the next couple of years, especially with what's happening in this market. It's going to get absolutely crazy. And we know that we're going to help people build hundreds of billions of dollars in digital wealth over the next few years because of this thing called Web3, airdrops. So thank you for joining me. Looking forward to the next call is on Thursday for DFY for a presentation. Corey will do that presentation. We also have a burn party tomorrow night for one of our projects that we're doing. We're going to burn 1 trillion tokens. So that's going to be lots of fun, music, entertainment. And we'll probably, of course, give some updates and things like that. So again, I want to thank you guys for being